Well, it is official. The end of an era in Minnesota Wild hockey. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The state of hockey will be undergoing a major change in that the Minnesota Wild have officially done it. There have been some rumors over the last few years that they were thinking of doing this, but it is official as of about 25 minutes ago. The Minnesota Wild have bought out both Zach Parise and Ryan Suter's contracts. So, according to this, the Wild will pay each $6.7 million over the next 8 years and will be charged with $2.371 million this upcoming year, so 21-22, $6.371 million in 22-23, $7.371 million in both 2023-24 and 2024-25 in the next 4 years for each, then $833,333 cap hits for the 4 years after that. So overall, the Minnesota Wild have officially bought out both Zach Parise and Ryan Suter. I mean, wow, I mean, again, there was rumors of this over the last probably 2 to 3 seasons that this was probably going to happen, just because they're both in their upper 30s respectively. B, the game has kind of gotten a little more speed oriented. I mean, not to say they weren't, great back in the day, but it's just, again, Mother Nature, Father Time, whatever you want to use here, eventually catches up to all of us. I mean, let's just be honest here. Unless you're Jaromir Jagr. Anyway, dude's probably in his 60s still playing hockey. Anyway. But yeah, as I said, according to the official Minnesota Wild page, Bill Guerin announced the NHL club will buy out the final 4 years of the contracts of forward Zach Parise and defenseman Ryan Suter. But yeah, I mean, again, going back to where this all began here, it's just like Parise and Suter both came in together as free agents on July 4th, 2012 with that massive 12-year contract, which, I mean, again, nothing against Suter and Parise. I mean, at the time, they're like two of the top players in their respective positions on their respective teams. When Parise came over from New Jersey and Suter came over from Nashville, I mean, again, they're at the height of their career. They're at the peak. I mean, the Wild brought both of them in to basically be the centerpieces of this team, as well as hopefully bring a Stanley Cup to the state of hockey. And some of the numbers here, they went 354, 237, and 74 with a .588 win percentage, and ranked 8th in the NHL in team points with .782 during their 9 seasons together. And they advanced to the Stanley Cup playoffs 8 times. So, respectively, I mean, they made the Stanley Cup pretty much every time they were together. Which, I mean, that's solid, that the Wild have playoff, caliber teams and stuff, but it's just the same thing. It's the Minnesota sports curse is the best way I can describe it, because the Wild, the Vikings, the Twins to some extent, and then there's the T-Wolves, but anyway, unless Kevin Garnett's on the team, good luck. That's basically what I've learned there. Anyway, back to the Wild here. Again, it just falls into the same trap that the Minnesota sports do. It's like they're really good, but they never can quite get over that championship hump. They can never quite get over the championship droughts. I mean, just whatever happens, something just happens. It's hard to explain. Whether they A, crap the bed, B, get some BS going against them, like just some crazy miraculous win or, well, bounty gate. But again, you can see why it gets a little frustrating. Because again, it's not that they can't make the playoffs, it's just when they get into it, as a Minnesota sports fan, inevitably we always kind of cower and cringe because we know something stupid is going to happen. Or the team just completely craps the bed. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, oh, wow. It is official. I mean, again, hats off to Parise and Suter. They definitely helped bring the Minnesota Wild from the Marian Gaborik early 2000s days into a time of transition to basically a powerhouse playoff contender year in and year out before, riding off into the sunset. But again, injuries, numbers, I mean, with the flat cap and all that stuff, and us trying to sign both Fiala and Kaprizov, which, according to what Fiala wants, it sounds like it could be a little more difficult to keep him than we first thought, but who knows? So, but now also on top of that, now we got to fill our defensive core and our forward group again. But plus, we still got Seattle we got to deal with and the draft coming up. So, but yeah, basically to wrap this thing up, it is official. The Wild have bought out Parise and Suter's contracts. And again, good luck in your future endeavors. Good luck to whatever team decides to bring you on, And who knows? They might even have a coaching or front office or a Mike Modano type position with the Wild someday. I mean, who knows? Because, well, they both still got a little bit in them, but I think the thing is, though, they're just not quite at the same level they were and they have been in the past. Again, age and all that stuff will eventually catch up with you. And I don't know if you know this, but hockey's kind of a violent sport. I mean, you're literally crashing each other into the boards, knocking each other into the next week. I mean, seriously, But again, though, the game has kind of transitioned into more of a speed, up and down the ice track meet game. And again, between injuries and age, well, yeah. Now, wherever they end up, whatever they end up doing, again, good luck, because I have nothing but good things to say about them. Yeah, sure, I mean, last few years, they basically were walking statues, and of course, the whole Parise being scratched in the playoffs, well, I mean, the writing was on the wall. It was just a matter of time, and it's official, so. Again, the state of hockey salutes you. Good luck, fellas, and until we meet again, this is Jacob. Have a good day.